welcome every single buddy here to the Crypto Lifer Show. And all the gains we've had up, and all the days we've had down, and all the times that we've been pushed to the limits here in cryptocurrency, we are still here every single day together. And I can feel the love, I can see the love, I know there's love here every single day, baby. I can't wait to start, I can't wait to be there. 9 minutes and counting, 65,100 for Bitcoin. We already made gains in the trading group. We sold it earlier this morning for massive gains. Bang, bang, bang. Or you either made gains or you learned what you need to do next time to make better gains. I love y'all. I'll see you very, very soon. Get ready, baby. Let's go. Crypto Lifer. Crypto is life. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Bitcoin back to 64,780. What are you doing to us, BTC? We made a beautiful trade last night. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Everyone in my trading group should be in gains. If not, you learned something, though. Let's find out what's happening. Let's break it down here for BTC and see what's crack-a-locking here in bitty Bitcoin land. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Thursday. Tonight is our weekly screen share. Our trading group will be together for another hour and a half to 2 hours from 8:30 to about 10 o'clock or even later. Sometimes it goes later. It depends on how deep we dive. I'm going to show you all the new coins that I've added to my portfolio in the last month, how I DCA'd to Bitcoin, the ideas that I had for it, and kind of what's happening. Show you kind of how I deployed and what's going down. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Yeah. All right. Something does sound... I don't know what's going on today. Hey, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Everything seems all right. Maybe it is this. There we go. All right. Okay. Saying I'm not using the current bitrate, but I have never changed anything. So just YouTube might be experiencing some buffering, but not me. We're 100% here. Anyway, let's break it down. 64,780 for Bitcoin. How do we make massive gains in the trading group? How was I able to post gains, and how did people make gains in my group? And what is happening right now? A massive dump for Bitcoin. Just completely letting go and giving back everything that we made last night. But that's why you sell and you take profits. Let's talk about it. Last night, I'm sitting here watching Bitcoin. It was in this shoulder, head, right shoulder. It came up. It started battling. And I'm sitting here, little old me, always looking for a gain, always looking for an edge, always looking for a way to make some money. And I said, when we break above the 15 200 MA, I said, we usually get a nice little pump to the upside. I said, this looks like it could start to make a pump here. I said, I may be able to get myself in and out of a quick little scalp here for between $500 and $1,500, depending on how much I can get. Okay? And then we set it here, and then as we let this thing fly, sideways, and I'm like, oh, I continued, and then we got that spike. And last night I was like, ooh. And you can see me in the trading group just kind of talking us through it. I love to do that. I give you guys like the play-by-play in a way. I don't know, it's annoying, but you know, I'm basically all over the trade, one step at a time. So here we go right here. I'm looking here, right? Bitcoin 15-minute broke above the 200 MA on the 15. First, we got one move, right? This is before we got the consolidation. This got me watching, right? Then I kept playing with it. Next thing you know, I had us, that was the spike at first, right? Next thing you know, I had us in this nice tight channel. Looked like we were about to break to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. And yeah. Then I talk about it. I give a video update. I talk about the trade in depth and go over everything that I can to give you about the trade at 12:24. 16 minutes later, or 17 minutes later, 51, we get the spike to the upside. And then the rest is history as this continued to pump 178, 200. And the next thing, I was up $444. It was 2 in the morning. We were trading all night. If you stayed with us, it just continued to pump. And so this thing mooned. And this was a moon of a trade. And you can see it just continued. And we got to the high of 66,450. All right. And that was really kind of where it all ended. Now, what I want to show you is the 1 hour got away from the 21. Today, we're going to talk about the 21-day moving average. We're going to be really adamant about it. We're going to spend a lot of time on it. The 21-day. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. This is the trading group that's still making money no matter what's happening. We are making gains. If you're with me, your life is getting better every single day. We're finding ways to jump on in, jump on out, and make it happen. All right? So, here's the deal. Are we losing another MA here, the 15-minute 200? We did. Once you lose the 200 MA on the 15, expect downside just like you can get upside. It's a catalyst for up and down price action. We're going to start all the way from the beginning of time here on the daily and move you forward or back in time. I talked about this many, many times. It was the weekly. We're looking at 65,500 as the key support or resistance level that we do not want to lose. You don't want to lose 65,500. That is going to be the sweet spot. And we're already kind of getting down and we're losing it, right? We already did, right? So I would love to see us close a weekly candle above that. I would have liked to see, I can hear a lot of static noise. Thank you. Enjoy. You know what I mean? Static noise, somebody says. That's interesting. You know what I think it is? I think you guys are on the wrong microphone's being used. Hold on. No, Rodecaster Pro. Check. Yeah, I definitely got the right mic. Yeah, I just got a fan on because I'm cold. I'm a bit cold. Sorry, I love y'all, but you guys whine a lot. Seriously. All right, let's go. Or YouTuber people whine a lot. Anyway, I shouldn't be mean. You guys are the best. I love y'all, but like, I turned the fan off. All right, so there you go. So now I have to sweat for the rest of the time. I get it. No one said anything about the fan noise last time. It must be the way it was positioned. Yeah. Seems like alt's getting hammered more than last cycle. I'm out mowing the lawn. You're loud and clear. Amen. Just take this shirt off, man. It's hot for sure. Let's get the lemon into the water and let's get it going. Yeah. Why won't y'all let the man stay cool? I know, right? Let's put the lemon into the water. And shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Keep it on. We don't care. Yeah, whatever, man. My mom died in front of me. I can sit here and sweat it out. All right. Turn the fan back on, Sam. Dude, that fan. No. You guys complain about static noise. All right. I get it. Even though it had nothing to do with the charts, nothing to do with my deep face voice, and nothing to do, you know. Let's take a look here. And so the weekly, I'd like to see the weekly close back above 65.5. If not, we are coming back down to test probably 64,000. And then this low at 61.5. And then could we go lower? Anything is possible. Could this be a double top M pattern that breaks to the downside? It very well could be. It very well could be. I'm open-minded to anything. The day started pretty nicely. We were about to have a green candle on the 3-day chart. Things were looking pretty nice. Like we might get a reversal. My morning update seemed optimistic. Price action was bumping. We were up in the trade. We had taken profits. Everything seemed to be going our way this morning. Reversal in the altcoins. A nice bounce for this low volume Thursday. But I'd be careful, you know, especially with this. The stock market had a holiday yesterday. That usually throws the week off. Like usually they take the rest of the week off. Just usually you'll get low volume through the rest of the week, lower than you would see on a regular normal trading week. So I'm always wary of that. I've always noticed that, especially Juneteenth in the middle of the summer. Right down Juneteenth. Remember, it's always going to be a slow week in the stock market. Very rare you're going to hit it big on Juneteenth. I mean, we had a great trade yesterday, but you know what I mean? I'm just, right? And such a good time for our country, man, to move forward. You know, what a blessing it is. All right. Up until NASDAQ started to fall a bit, yeah. You could get a mic shield, like, yeah, okay, man. I found a bot called the Eagle 4000. And got more than 1,000 less than an hour, and my broker bought my account. And they said high frequency trading bot. No. I don't know, man. That sounds crazy to me. I like the floating mic. Amen. People are more worried about static than Bitcoin price. Amen. Some alt holding on today's Bitcoin dip. Yeah. So can the daily continue? We had a really beautiful green daily candle this morning. Things are looking great. It's now wicked to the downside. Things aren't looking too good. Do we continue further to the upside or do we get smashed? In my opinion, the daily has lost the trend. You can hold it on the 3-day chart. So I've been like, letting it be an exception that we're okay. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Time to scoop up more AERO drone, baby. AERO. I mean, these are hot. And maybe you bought at the very top this time, but didn't buy as high last time. Amen. Popcat looks promising, right? Is Palm AI dead? I mean, everyone thinks coins are dead. They could be. It's up to you. Are they dead to you? See, I think this may be your first cycle, man. I've seen this so many times. This is what happens, man. Coins go down and they go down for a long time. And if you're not ready to hold them or you don't believe in them, then you're going to panic sell them. Either you put in what you're willing to lose and you hold on long term, what you do. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I do. That's how I win. But not everybody can do that. Like most people can't do what I do. I know that. I've helped so many people, and family and friends. The people in the trading group are different because you guys really want to do it. The people here really want to do it. But the people in my regular life, they've seen me make some gains. They've gotten excited. They wanted to find out how I did it. They seen me change my life, and then I started them up, and then they didn't have the commitment. They didn't have the belief system Within a couple dips, they think things aren't going like they didn't have the mental staying power. Like, you have to be somebody that's willing to get kicked in the teeth literally 150 times over and over again. I have to be honest. Like, to win in crypto, you have to be okay with it not going your way many times, but just knowing that it's better off than being part of the parasitic banking system. Like, you know, like once you are convinced that they've printed your money to zero and they've taxed your mother and father to no end, I think you'll be a little irate and you'll realize that it's time to make a change, right? So that's what happened to me. And so it really wasn't about making money to me in cryptocurrency. What it was about, you know, taking back what my parents had been stolen from my parents, and generational wealth that had been printed to zero. And the fact that they had taken so much of my family's money from me through taxation and inflation. I mean, it was sad. Me and my family, we would have so much more money, be in such a different place, have more land, maybe have, you know, whatever, who cares? It's not about money, but you know what I mean? Just, we'd have a bigger, you know, we'd have more resources to our name and to ourselves, but they printed my parents' money to zero. So I said, how do I circumvent this? And I found Bitcoin. I said, well, Bitcoin, I could reverse the idea of what they've done to me and flip it on the head, right? And that's kind of the key and the idea, all right? Okay, so we're losing the 200 SMA here, all right? On the 8-hour time frame, we got above it. Had we closed that 8-hour candle above it, I would open up a long. We did not. We could still do it, but it's unlikely now. Now you're back to bearishness. See, above that, I'm super awesomely bullish. Below that, I'm super bear city. All right. Today, we have a doctor's appointment for the baby. There's a good chance that maybe they try to do something that starts the process. You know, we don't want to do any artificial inducement. We're not into that. And my wife's going without the Pitocin. I got to give it to her. She's going Pitocin free. She wants to have the baby the real way, man. And so, you know, it's going to be some pain. She's worried. I told her not to be scared. Again, I'm not the one giving birth. So the 4 hours overbought wants to come down on us. Not a good sign. There was a chance it could have flipped bullish and kind of got us a move, but it was getting overbought. Hit resistance in this big falling wedge idea here, and then smashed itself right back to the downside. You could say it kind of bearishly, it did a fake out breakout. And now it's likely to head, further down to the pattern, probably to 64,200 or maybe even lower. When the Stokes get this red and you're already turning on the stochastics, usually tells me that there's going to be a pretty nasty move to the downside. You had a death cross right there on the 4-hour time frame too, which is pretty bearish for Bitcoin. And a lot of people haven't talked about that, but death crosses on the 4-hour are, you know, right there, you know. When you're consolidating, they're not the worst. They're worse mainly in a bigger pullback, but right. I do consider still this a consolidation unless we break this low. And let me go back to the weekly to kind of talk about this point. But, you know, if you know what trend analysis is, you have a low, you have a high. So you have a low here. You have a high, you have a higher low. And you must break this low. So if you break this low, then you're in a downtrend for sure. All right. So I'm still macro, you know, bullish unless we take out this low, which is the head of this inverted head and shoulder here. All right. Daily also getting oversold, but I don't like what I'm seeing now for the 4-hour breaking down, the 1 hour getting that dump. And today we got this beautiful pump. And then I tell my students, look, we couldn't get above the 200 SMA. We got violently rejected by it. When you can't get back above the 200 SMA, that's going to tell you something's going on. You can trade any market in the world, everybody. So this isn't just like, let's trade cryptocurrency. You could be anybody, any person learning technical analysis right now at any stage in your life. That's why this stream really doesn't, you know, yes, it goes up and down with the Bitcoin movement, but this stream really is independent of Bitcoin. It's independent of any market. You can trade any market in the world if you listen to what I'm teaching you. If you learn how to use the 200 MA and the simple moving averages are going to be a game changer. They say they're a latent indicator, but how latent was that when they got rejected right there? Or when they bounced off the 200? That wasn't latent at all. They're latent as they move. Crosses are latent. Golden crosses, death crosses. But when you see things bounce and pump and get rejected, and that's all about movement to the 200 SMA, you know. Disclaimer, the information in this live is not financial advice, and you should not consider to be a financial advice. You should always seek appropriate advice from a professional. Amen. FUD expert, one love, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Marcus, 123. Tupac is Satoshi Nakamoto. Health and safety to your wife and new baby. Thank you. Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, I have a baby coming. Everyone's stressing whether this is the end of this is the end of the bull market. Come on, man. Unless the daily loses the 200 SMA, unless we go back below the weekly, like, and things get really bearish, I can't, you know, we are still in a bull market, and I can tell you that to your face, you know. And maybe we get a bounce and the 4 hour doesn't take us down. You never know what's going to happen. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames and see where we stand here. So, beautiful move this morning. I took profits at 7:45. I had already hit my daily quota. I was in bed. You know what I mean? Or actually, I mean, I guess I woke up, took profits pretty early. Then I did my thing. But so I took profits even earlier than that, maybe 7 o'clock, 7:15. Watching the stream from my hospital bed, man. I hope you're feeling okay, Marcus. 1, 2, 3. God bless you, bro. Everyone at the last top of the market said there's no way this is the top. Anyway, that's not true. I called the top. Yeah, I could see a bearish divergence, and the weekly was overbought. It was obvious pretty much to me that we had topped out. So I disagree with you. Everyone. So I don't know who everyone was, but we weren't everyone. Yeah. Why wouldn't we range for a while around the previous all-time high before more upside? The market rip. Yeah, sir. Are you able to make a living from trading only? Yes, I made about $480 this morning at 7 in the morning. Yeah. Why everyone is bearish? The market is probably going to. I made millions. I became a multimillionaire trading cryptocurrency. Yeah, like I don't have to work ever again. Like if I never had the channel, like I love my channel. I love my life. You know, I like meeting people. It gives you a reputation. It gives you a place to go. Like the channel is amazing. Otherwise, you'd just be a guy at your house trading. You know, so I would never want to give up my channel for like just what it provides for me, the social abilities and the opportunities that it gives me, places to go, people to meet, things to do. I get to have business meetings, and it's really fun. Like that part of the business is amazing. I love my business. It's a fun business. Cryptocurrency is a really fun business to be in. You get to interact and work with a lot of people that went after their dreams, care about themselves, and push themselves and other people to the limit. You'll find a lot of people that really care about others and just want to change their life in the most positive way possible. That's full of so many people here in cryptocurrency. Men, women, and people of all ages, shapes, and sizes are here in crypto. It brings us together. So can the 50-minute, look at that banana curve there. Can the 50-minute get a bounce to the upside? Was this just a liquidity grab to give people a little bit of a scare before we get back up to 64,000? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link in the description to BOOKMAP. And BOOKMAP shows us kind of where the liquidity resides and what's happening. We also have on S&P futures here too if you want to take a look at what's happening to the S&P. S&P looks like we're going to go higher. It has way more liquidity above us than below us. So S&P suggesting a move further to the upside. Bitcoin has a little more liquidity above us. There is big red right there, but the most liquidity is closest down to 64,000. Suggests that we may still go lower, but not as bad. We used to have way more liquidity down here. It's not as thick as it was before. And now we have a whale who's moved in here, a big red whale at 66,000. This works very similar to an infrared camera. You know, where the most people are, that's where the most orders would be. And the most orders are dark red. So where there's a dark red area, you know that's a lot of liquidity. For instance, there's a dark red area. It goes to 405 Bitcoins want to be bought right there. So they want to buy Bitcoin around 64,000, a lot of whales, which is a good sign for us that we may not see too much, low of a shelf, but they may pull us down a little bit enough to get people into fear. We'll take it one step at a time. We'll look at our moving averages. Like right now, if the 15-minute gets above that 200, we're going to get a nice pump to the upside. And this is going to poomp. It's going to poomp, baby. Pamp it. And we're going to get somewhere up to here, 67,000. So get your pampers out because we're going to pamp this puppy. No, but let's take a look at what's going to happen here. 7-minute and the 15-minute both look for reversals, screaming for a reversal. Almost a bit of bullish divergence. Do we have any on the 1-minute time frame? Sometimes it's just good enough to get us what we need. I mean, it is bullish div. Is this swings to the upside here? And that swings to the downside. That is a bullish divergence. That would be a liquidation event. And you would start to see, hey, where was the liquidations? And there they were. This was the actual, see, I like BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP will show you what you're looking at on the charts, but you know what I mean? See what the candlesticks are hiding. So behind the charts, look, that was the liquidation event, which is a divergence. Divergence is just liquidations. That's what I've learned. And I could break it down for you philosophically, mathematically, but price action comes down. Everyone gets scared. They start to sell. Then some smart people buy in and they prop the price, right? Giving enough people to decide that it's time to long, right? So they long and they put a lot of stop losses down here. They bring it up just enough to shred them down further and then get it down. At this point, they get a lot more people to short, because now the people that thought that the short was over are convinced there's more short to happen, and they pile into the shorts. And so what they do by this movement here creates the longs, right, that get liquidated. And this movement here creates the shorts right back to the upside, right? You see? You see how it works? That's how it works. All right? That's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right? Okay, so can we get a further move to the upside? There's a chance. We got the money printer in order here. Bullish divvy pushing through. Moving averages, the 21 getting pulled away from the 200. Just like if you were bearish, you would get this. Just like Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was bearish, it had bearish divergence too far from the 21, right? And now look at them liquidate the shorts on the other side here. There's a short liquidation coming in now for Bitcoin, back up to 65,040. All right. Professor Price lays it down. Amen. Shout out to Rave Song Records, Sam Money Concepts. Shout out to Master Friend, man. Man is preaching right now. Pay attention. The lifer method is the way. Amen. Honestly, it's sad. I'm a little undesired to open up a trade right now because I already hit gains. Like if you were in my trading group, you already been in gains with me too. So as much as I like to give you guys the free calls every single day in trade, what if I hit a massive trade at 7 in the morning? I may not want to trade at 10 a.m. Also, Thursdays, low volume. Thursdays are okay to trade up until 2 o'clock on a regular day. In the summers, Thursdays and Fridays are even worse. So you have to understand the summer adds even a less volume contingency plan to the Thursday and Friday idea. Well, look at that, 65,100 all the way back to the upside. So I really figured out a way to really use BOOKMAP efficiently. BOOKMAP came to me, said, we like you. We think you're really amazing. They said, we think you could benefit from our tools. And I started using BOOKMAP. I get a beautiful commission for BOOKMAP in the description if you get into BOOKMAP. Thank you so much. I'd greatly appreciate that. All right. What it does is it really just shows you where the liquidity is going. So like, I mean, we have enough bars. There's enough red there to get us. And sometimes you'll see some red get spit out and then you'll say, okay, if they start adding orders, it's going to tell me another indication. So it just gives me more information. There's nothing wrong with getting more information when you're putting money into a market. Yeah. All right, baby. Preach it, baby. TIG, love you, bro. Trust in God, man. Trust in yourself. I pray you're doing well, man. TIG, Master Friend, sending you love, brother. So, yeah. So I feel no need to be in a trade at the present moment in time. I nailed the trade already. I just feel good. I already hit a big trade on the day. Like, if I do that every day, I mean, if I did that every day, it'd be basically about, like, I don't know. I'd make about like 40 grand a month based off just, on my leverage count alone. Yeah, $500,000 a year. And that could compound too over time. But so here, beautiful resistance at 65,100. That previous bounce became resistance. Can we make kind of an inverted head and shoulder? Do we get a Sammy Cup and Haiti bounce here on the 1 minute time frame? What we're looking for is for these Stokes to reset without breaking that low. That's what you're looking for. You can pull a Fibonacci here on this one little move. Wait for it to bounce off the 618 or the 786. It's a possibility here for Bitcoin, but it's tight. And we did get a resistance. And look, the one, we lost the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, got the mate. That's a beautiful short from 65.8 all the way back down, $1,000 short there. So you're looking for some type of bounce here off the 618, the 618 golden Paquito. All right. If that's what that's what we're looking for. Space Mash got listed on Gate and it's getting listed on KuCoin. Preach, baby, preach. You haven't traded the past few days since I wanted to start trading quantum physics at its finest. That's not true, though. I've been trading. You know what I mean? I've been trading. I traded a lot yesterday in my trading group. I was trading 100x in the trading group in the afternoon. You got to be in the trading group, man. I can't force trades just because I'm live. You see what I mean? I trade when the market gives me the best opportunity to trade. So that's why, the $3 a day. If $3 a day scares you from hanging out with a self-made multimillionaire that continues to push forward every single day, works out, teaches you how to drink lemon water, stay healthy, is a family man, having his third kid, does not go out, does not drink, does not use profanity. If you think that's going to hurt you, if the $3 a day is going to hurt you, I'm telling you right now, we're going to get you to another level. We're going to put your mind somewhere that it's never even thought it could be. I needed it. I needed to get pushed. I needed the limit, you know? And again, just keep coming to the live stream and learn the education and understand who I am. And then I think from there, through my actions, you'll understand what we're doing over here in the progression of the movement. How much money and leverage does it take to make at least $500 a day? What did I use in the trade? I used about what, $1,000 at 77x leverage. I used like 1,500 bucks at 77x leverage. Right? How much money and leverage does it take? Yeah. Can I join if I only have mobile? I mean, you can do whatever makes you happy, man. Yeah. So look, we're looking for this little flag. 30-second chart looks like we kind of need it. But you're looking for this bounce back to the upside. I'd look for the 30-second to break the 200. If the 30-second can break the 200 SMA, that could be the catalyst for another move back to the upside. They could be just gearing up for another push. Look at that nice banana curve on the stochastics RSI. When I see that, that does tell me money is coming. I see the banana curve on the MACD and on the RSI too as well. Show some signs of life here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a short squeeze right now. So I'd watch your shorts. If you're a shorter or in a short trade right now, my indications are telling me you're about to get rocked and wrecked, but I don't know. Anything is possible, so I could be wrong. But, you know, look at that. It turned red the second I said that. This live is part of my morning routine. Love the content, Sam. Shout out to Barber Trader Joe. Can you talk about how I should have paid myself in the last move? Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the trading group. Watched your Andy on Blast video last night. Used that awesome tutorial and got a little bit of Andy. Thank you, Sammy. God bless you, brother. Anytime. And I'm going to be putting out more videos like that. I'm going to put out more stuff, start scheduling my time better and putting out more effort. I do a lot of the live stream, but I really was a content creator. I really like creating pre-recorded videos. I do. There's something about pre-recorded videos that you can kind of really get. You can create a whole storyline for somebody and help them follow through. I do it here on the live. But I personally like to sit down and watch a pre-record every once in a while, and I like the format, I like the feeling, I like the vibe. So I personally, even if it didn't even make me any money, it's something that I just like to personally do. Like, I enjoy it. I physically enjoy making pre-records. So, but I've just, been busier but I want to get back to more pre-recorded videos. So that's something that I'm going to put on the radar. And I definitely, you guys got to help me out though. Hit them, share them, get them out there. The same amount of people that watch the live stream should watch the pre-records, because the same information, I put out deep dive information there. Like if you think it's worthy listening to me on the live, then my pre-recorded video is going to be a well meditated, well thought out thing that I really want you to understand. And I'm not going to waste your time trying to figure out why we don't get as much love in the pre-records. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't really focus on negative things. I actually, like I told you, I actually really like making the pre-recorded videos. So that's the thing. I like YouTube. I like, the whole, like the radio voice thing, the whole podcast idea. Like, that's fun to me. Do something that you love to do every day. And yes, you'll still, like, there'll be days where you wish you could just do whatever you want, but you can't. You got to work. Like if someone invited me somewhere on a camping trip, I would love to go camping for 2 weeks or a week. But I can't do that. You know what I mean? At the present moment in time, maybe in a few years from now and things change. So I sacrifice that for this live stream, but something has to give. You can't get it all. You can't have it all. I have a pretty good life. I'll tell you that. Like, God has given it to me pretty dang good at this point, right? I can wear any suit I want. I can fly pretty anywhere I want to go. I can eat any restaurant I want, right? My wife can have whatever she likes, basically. My kids can go to whatever school they need. I can live wherever I would need. I dream, Of course, I'm not like, the biggest thing since sliced bread. There's 1,000 million people richer than me and bigger than me. The key is God has given me so much to keep me so happy and grateful. And I'm grateful every single day for what I have. And gratitude is the road to abundance. And I say it every day. And people try to make fun of it, manifestation and hippie stuff. And I think it gets kind of a bad rap sometimes because people don't know how to really truly use it, right? But if you really learn how to manifest, if you really start raising your vibrational frequency to another level, you're going to see your world change in a way you've never thought possible. And then your ability to transgress like a chameleon that's shedding its skin. And then each day you're going to shed a little more. And then like you're going to be able to almost, you get good at like remorphing yourself. And then like Tuesday, you're not the same person you were on Wednesday. You can remorph more from a Tuesday to a Wednesday than you did in 10 years in your last life. You get it? I can change and morph myself better now than it took me in 5 years. I can do it in a week now. You get it? You become more versatile. You don't get stuck to old ideas and old thought process. You realize you have to constantly change. That hurt me in a way because my brain wanted to stay where it wanted to be. It wanted to be in that same place where it felt comfortable. I learned to be successful as an entrepreneur. It truly was the mind has to change it all the time. You can't be okay with exactly where you're at as the company. Like our company is doing good, but we're working on so many other things to push us to the next level. And some of them are taking a lot more time than you think and more money than you think. But we're putting that money back into the company. We're putting our money back into helping people. We're putting our money back into what keeps me going, which is to spread it. If my goal is to spread education to as many people throughout the world as possible, then we're going to use the best technologies to do it, right? And that means I need to stay progressive with the highest technologies and I need to keep moving. So I can't just sit back and say, oh, this live stream's enough. And there's so much more we got to be doing on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Anyway, I just wanted, it was messy, but that looked like a shoulder, head, shoulder that wanted to break to the downside to me. Bit of a symmetrical triangle too as well for Bitcoin, right? So, you know, I want to put out so many, because the summer is going to be a slower time in trading. I'm telling you right now. It's going to drag on. That's what it's already been like that. You've seen it since the end of May, since even halfway through May. And that's another reason, because we had the pullback and then the summer gave, you know, so everyone's wondering why, you know, because the summer months, man, the richest people take a big time off. They travel with their family to different places, like, right? This is where if you're a multi-billionaire, multi-millionaire, you really control the market. Your money sways. You're going to be doing other things with your time. You've made your money. You know, while your kids are in school, you're sit there grinding. Your kids are in school. But when you're rich, the key of being rich and wealthy is to spend more time with your children. So other people aren't spending more time with them. So you can make sure you're implementing the greatest life lessons that they should be getting, right? That's wealth. Wealth is being able to spend more time with your kids than anybody else, okay? That's wealth. I thought summer was going to boom, but fall is where it'll be. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a hot summer, and it still could be. Don't get me wrong here. I'm open-minded, but in trading in my lifetime, the summers have been slower volume times. You know what I mean? Also, there's been opportunity, though, to grab coins at great prices, right? Summer also starts tomorrow, so we're not even in the summer yet, technically, you know? I see it drop somewhere down to 67,760, right? But now we're in that Thursday zone. Look at that. Even the 30-second chart moving that slow. When the 30-second chart is moving as slow as like the 1 hour, you know what I mean? You know you're in a very low volume day. Like we're just like, man. I'm so happy that we took the advantage of the liquidity when we did. So complacency is the thief of dreams. Amen. A salary is what they gave me to give up on my dreams, baby. You know? Here, you can have this much a year. Someone will decide how much you're worth a year. Isn't that insane? Someone else will say, you're a part of my puzzle piece, and I need this person to do this amount of work for this amount of money, right? Now, I don't mind doing that. I was a part of a big media corporation for years, and you know what? It taught me a lot. You know, you got to learn. You got to start somewhere. And honestly, I do work for people. I work for each and every one of you. So everyone does work for somebody at one point, right? You work, and as a CEO, you work for your employees. They don't work for you. It's the other way around. Like, you work for them. Like, you make sure they have what they need. You make sure you provide a good environment. Like, you make sure that you're grinding every single day. You don't take a day off so your company keeps going, right? Anyway, CEO life lessons too. I'm CEOing the company every single day. We're having group meetings, you know, we're having awesome staff meetings. We have standards of operations in place, which are called SOPs, and we know what to do and when to do it. We have a pipeline and a movement. We have a production system, and, you know, it's been getting fine-tuned as we grow, and I'm super excited. So, to everyone on my team, I couldn't do it without you. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Lakochi. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Burke. Shout out to Jamie Zeno, man, and my wife, and Greg, and everyone else, too, around that just kind of helps out the Lifer brand and decides to care about the Lifer brand. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about everybody that's a part of the movement. So working for someone and working with someone is a bit different. Amen. I like that you said that. Shout out to David Letterman. Amen. I used to work for David Letterman. Yeah. That's not taken out of context when you like. I mean, yeah. I quit my job in 2021 after my boss told me my salary potential was limited by what he made when he made it in his career. Yeah, funny, right? You can't make as much as I make, so you can't, you know. Crazy, right? Like, what does he say? Anyway, so Bitcoin slumping here, you know, unable to get back above this key level. Can it do what it does? Can the 1 minute bounce off that 786 fib there and get the bounce? That would be your bounce. You wicked right there off the 786. I'm more bearish than bullish now because Bitcoin's below 65,100. See the bounce, resistance. You got to flip that now. Make this a double bottom and flip this level back to 65,148 for BTC. That's what we need to see. That's the key level that we're going to want to get back to the upside. All right. You know you're winning when you have a group of people that believe and work for the same goals you have. Amen. Amen. Your subconscious is so powerful, more than you would ever know. Shout out to William D. Taylor. Lifer helped me quit my job in the last bull and forever grateful for you, buddy. Stone One YGM, man, I love you so much, kid. And you're a youngin' too, man. You better be flying me places in your private jet, man. You're going to be richer than me, bro. Don't forget about me. That's the only thing, everyone. When you all become multimillionaires and multi-billionaires, don't forget about me. Drop us an email, you know. Let me come to the private island. Don't forget about me. When you're sitting there eating caviar on your private jet, you know, you at least give me a call and say what up. When I'm 85 and I'm eating mashed potatoes, you know what I mean? And, you know, some of the kids that are 25 here, you know, you're going to be 65, you know, give me a call. Come take me golfing. All right? Don't forget about me when I'm old, everybody. All right? That's the one reason I'm live streaming so much and helping all the young kids, all the young men and women out here, and people my age, but the younger generation, is because I want you to take care of me. When I'm older, I want you guys to take me to museums, take me places, come over my house and say, hey, you know, Lifer changed my life. So I hope I dream of a life when I'm like from 70 to 85, I just meet lifers for the, you know, and go on trips with lifers, and you all become super wealthy and amazing people. So that's my dream. Like, so that's what I'm working for right now. You know, it's not really about the money as much. It's about the money, but not as much about the money. Look, we bounced off that 786, man. That's the money printer right there. That is the money printer. I mean, there it is in all its glory. You got to hand this to Master Friend there. There it is, the cup and the handle. And can we get the reversal now? And the 30-second broke through. Is it okay? Yeah. Let's see if the 30-second can crack that 200. The 30-second cracks the 200 SMA. I might make a long live. I'll open up the perpetual. I mean, you got yourself a nice little flag here with some movement and a gap of the VRVP with that 200 SMA hanging. You got to flip this as support or resistance, 65,080. Got to get back above there. You get above there, we're all right. 64,000 seems to be a pretty good spot. People like to take a nibble here for Bitcoin. All right. Up to these days, I'm very upset selling Bitcoin back in 2019 bear market. I had 11 Bitcoin, big fail in my life. Wow. 11 Bitcoin's not easy to get at all, man. I'm telling you. But it's okay. It happened. It's over, man. You know, so many things happen to us. You know, here's the thing. How's this? I'm going to do you one. I'm going to do you one so better right now. Check this out. And I know I'm going to pull out the mom card, but I am going to pull out the mom card. You said, I'm very upset selling my Bitcoin. All right, number one, that was in 2019. It's been 5 years, man. We got to get you over that. It's over. Like, you got to move on with the fact that that happened, and you got to just bury it. There's got to be so many better things coming on in your life that you're looking forward to. That the fact that you sold those 11 Bitcoins a long time ago, it's over, man. It's over. Start a business. Get your mind right. You know what I mean? Get your mind right, baby. Start a business, man. Get your mind right. Grant Cardone, man. Just my whole thing is just want to thank you a lot for teaching us anytime, X the Crypto Man. Here's the deal. My mom died in front of me on Thanksgiving this year. While she spoke, she said, am I going to be all right? And I looked at her dead in the face and said, yeah, you're just going to have to come live with me now. And I could see that her left side of her, she had a stroke and she had lost the movement of her left side. And I would give 11 Bitcoin right now to spend 1 hour with her, man. So please, for me, forget the heck about the 11 Bitcoins, bro. It was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, if this story didn't hit you in the heart, I'd give those 11 Bitcoin right now for 1 hour with my mom. All right, man? And I'm sorry I had to take it there. But, like, I just want you to realize, man, like, it's just 11 Bitcoin, my friend. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And we got to learn how to get over the ups and downs of life. We're all going to lose. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to do things that we really, truly regret. Heck, this week I did something completely ridiculously stupid of me that I really regretted, man. I don't even want to talk about it because it's so stupid. All right? And I made mistakes. We all make mistakes. Can we bounce back from those mistakes? Can we forgive ourselves? Can we learn to love? Can we put our faith in God to push forward one more time? You know what I mean? And you know what? That last time sometimes is all we need. And then we break through. And then big things happen to our lives. And we make a change. So, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. I just was missing my mom a lot today. I was reading her obituary this morning. So don't sweat 11 Bitcoin, man. I know 11 Bitcoin sucks. That's a lot of money now. I get it. It's freaking almost 700 grand. I get it. But man, I don't want you to beat yourself up anymore about it. It happened. Like, I can't replay the death of my mom so many times until it just destroys me. You know what I mean? I have to remember the good times and the good things that she gave me and the blessings that she left in my life. Like, there's no other choice for me at this point because that's the only way I can survive. You see? So, you'll be conditioned to be positive at one point if you want to have a good life. That's why I never understood negative people or grumpy people, because like your body is an encapsulation. You could make this life an imprisonment, or you can make it a freeing, beautiful place to be. But you're in control of like where you are inside of your mind and inside of this body. And if you want to be in a horrible place and pissed off all the time, like, you know what? It sucks to be around you, and it sucks for the other people too. And it also sucks to be, for the person to be inside of you. Like, so we all have to live with our own emotions. So you want to kind of start being habitually happy and training yourself. How do you do that? By working out. Working out creates endorphins. Endorphins are a chemical way to make you feel better about yourself. This is simple stuff. We are wired human beings. We are chemically, genetically, right? There's a science to how to feel better. You know what I'm saying? That's why whenever I meet somebody like I'm having a bad time trading and I ask themselves, are you working out? And they look at me like they're two different things. And I'm like, they're not two different things. Like, are you working out? Like, are you disciplined enough to keep your mind and body right? Because then we can add trading to your repertoire. But if you can't even get like these simple things down, now we're going to throw trading in there and we're going to have you just mess up even more things. Now you're going to lose more money because you're not disciplined in trading because you weren't disciplined in the first place. So I show up every single day to make sure that you are disciplined and to push discipline. And people hate me. That pompous guy, he talks about himself. I don't care. I have to do this because I have to get through to that one person. I have to let people hate on me and talk ish on me so I can get through to that one person that's lost, that one person that needs me, that one person that needs to hear me today. I'm talking to that person and to the people that are already winning that want us to help other people. But that's who I'm talking to. Look, that's an inverted head and shoulder. Wants to break to the upside there for Bitcoin. Possible trade right there with a move here. Take profit would be at about 64,004. Stop loss would be below this point of control and in that right shoulder. So the entry would be right now with a stop loss right there. So entry would be now, stop loss at 64,857. Take profit would be somewhere, at about 65,400. Maybe lackluster on a Thursday though. So that's a possible inverted head and shoulder inside of like a symmetrical triangle. Possibly wants to break to the upside. Couldn't come back down one more time there. Let's see what happens. I did not personally open up a trade on the leverage account. Us Saudis are intently listening and intently really appreciate. Man, I was in a dark spot, and if I can come out of it, then you can get out of it. You know what I mean? You're doing a lot of good in this world, Sam. Shout out to After Hours Investing. You have helped me change my life. Amen, brother. Amen. 1 hour still needs to reset a bit. Keep in mind that, right, keep grinding and hustling. Be patient and learn to protect capital before getting gains. Amen. I like what he just said. Learn to protect capital before. That's a smart man right there. That's someone you want to listen to. This guy right here. I hope he joins the trading group. I'd like to have someone like you in the trading group. That's awesome. Because that's the key. All right. Positivity is the key. You have to form a positive vibration in your mind. You have to become the foundation in which you can rest upon. There's no other way to win. So we're going to watch this in the 1 minute time frame for Bitcoin. A little lackluster here. As we wait, we're going to jump on into the DXY and see what's happening in the DXY. All right. Remember, we have certain areas and ideas to watch for this DXY to see what's happening. Let's get back into what we're seeing for the DXY. Well, remember, this is the DXY ever since 2016. So it's big, right? It went up, it came down, we got into this channel, and then eventually, to me, it made this symmetrical triangle. What we wanted to see was a shoulder, a head, a shoulder, and have this thing dump. However, it tried to get back above its daily 200 SMA, and it actually did right here. And ever since then, that's a bullish sign. When you're above your 200 MA on the daily, you're in an uptrend. All right, that's the confirmation of an uptrend, is being above the daily 200 MA. All right, that's just is what it is. I've learned that through the science, and I've learned that through just knowing what it is. Now, look at the 4 hour now in a pretty nice spot. We put it in a flag. It seems to be breaking out of this flag, the DXY. And now, okay, it could make a double top here. We'd like to see it make an M and dump, but it has some momentum. Take a look at your 1 hour time frame, and it's kind of curving and bouncing off the 200. So it made a flag, bounced off the 200, and this flag may continue to the upside. So the DXY is looking interesting. And look, you could do this. So hold on, give me a second. So it seems to be in some type of trend line here, and it's getting tighter in that zone inside of that smaller flag too. So I'd watch the DXY as it makes this flag. These are key levels that are going to be on our radar on the DXY. All right. Getting back above the 200 SMA, bang, right there, and then holding that is pretty bullish at the present moment in time. The 3-day chart even has movement to the upside and is just getting started with a bounce off the 200. These aren't good signs for Bitcoin. So right now, I'm getting a bullish move here, possibly coming into today, later on into today, into tomorrow, in our macro technical analysis video that we'll do tomorrow too. Big fail is passing at 0.1 Bitcoin. Don't beat yourself up too bad. Yeah. Turbo pamping, somebody says. So true, Sam. Learning to trade is half of it. I'm the other half of the equation that's keeping me from being consistently successful. Just quit smoking and now starting to work out. Amen. Shout out to Stephen Campione. Don't worry, Stephen. One step at a time. The group is here for you. There's people you can talk to every single day. There's a keyboard stroke away from a friend and someone that's gone through what you've been through. and it's going to push you and help you through it, man. I'm telling you. That's another thing about my trading group. It's a really good support system, and it's a strong support system. It's not just a bunch of meme boys. It's some real people, man, that have followed me and been through. A lot of people been with me for a few years too. So you're with some really consistent and solid individuals. Funny, Turbo, that's a pump. I mean, you could say Turbo finally did get a pump. You'd pull your Fibonacci. And look, that's your 618 golden pocket it bounced off of. I'm telling you, these meme coins respect Fibs unbelievably well. And again, I don't think that was huge gains. But 64% ain't bad for Turbo bouncing back up. Memes are kind of long term. Like you get in here, it comes up, it comes down. You don't stress this win, you don't stress that gain, that loss. Like you got to be in for like a bigger haul, right? In my humble opinion. But you do whatever makes you happy. Some people do that and then they lose no money. So the reason you're not living the life you want to live is because you keep feeding the life you don't want to live. Amen. I like what he just said. What are you feeding? What are you giving into? You know? People are like, oh, I don't like what I'm... It's like you keep going and gambling every night and you wonder why you... It's like, why you're so stressed out. Like, well, you're the creation of your own stress. You know? Watching Layer Zero, it just came out here on MEXC, brand new. A lot of the coins that just came out, if I just bought them right then like that, I'd be in the money. I'm not saying to do that right now, but I am going over that. Sometimes that has played out. If I get my greed under control, I would start making decent money. The hard part for me is taking profits. I'm telling you right now, taking profits is something, that's why you start a demo account and start taking profits in the demo account. This is the cool thing about the demo account, right? Say you've had issues taking, this is a really cool thing that I did. You're regularly trading, you keep doing the same. Something has to give. So you can't, you gotta, so you keep trading. It's been 2 weeks. You're in the trading group 3 weeks. It's been a month. Eventually you're having problems, right? What you eventually want to do, right, is say, well, I got to change how I've been doing something. Like say you ride, this is a very simple example. Well, you ride a bike every day to work or something. And there's a dog that like barks at you and almost gets over the fence and like it scares you. So you know what you do? You eventually don't ride that way. You find a different, it's a different side street, but you just, you go a different way. All right. And what does that do? It creates a different result. But if you don't do the different thing, you have the same results over and over again. So let's just say getting barked at by the dog is you losing these trades. You keep losing because you have no discipline over your selling. So let's go open up a new account. Make a new email called Always Sell. All right. Literally make a new email called Always Sell. Go open up a new account. Make sure the username is Always Sell. Right. Look at that nasty dumpage. Again, I didn't open up this trade. I just want to make that clear. I was just playing around with it, but you would have been stopped out had you traded that. I wasn't all about it. It's Thursday. I shouldn't delete it because it looks like I put out the trade, but I didn't. I'm just kind of thinking about, well, could we get the bounce? Let me go back to my idea. So then in that account, you tell yourself that whenever you are up a good amount or even a little amount, you take the money. See, I gave up the ego. See, there's guys like me and Crypto Face know each other, and I'm up in the industry, and he does $1 million trades. Other people do big trades, 50,000, this and 1,000. So then I get that FOMO, like if I show a $200 trade, everyone's gonna laugh at me, right? And I don't do that. I show my $200 trades, right? I don't care what people think of me. I've made millions of dollars. Like I have it. I have the Bitcoin to show it. Like I don't care. Like whatever, man. And I don't even want people to know that. It's none of their business. No one needs to know how many thousands of dollars I make a day. It's none of anybody's business. I used to be a little more into that. I was a young kid. I just got into money. I didn't know. I'm becoming a 41-year-old man with a life and kids. I'm getting it. I understand, I don't. So, and there's humility when I show a $200 trade. There's humility there. And I realized that. And through that humility, I've been able to make more money because I show people, hey, take 500, take 200, eventually that adds up to $2,000. $200 10 times is $2,000, my friends. $50 10 times is five. All these people want to make $500. So they get in a trade, and when they're up $250, they don't take it. It goes back down, they lose. What if they had just taken $30 10 times that month and been up $300? When you start, and it's not about lowering your expectations. It's about being grateful for every little win that you do get and about adding to the wins. It's about compounding gains. That's what it's about. It's about being at the gym and getting a little pump each time. You're not going to get huge the first day at the gym, but maybe 6-7 months later, you start to see some pretty good results. But that's the culmination of little hits. And so I'm teaching you guys that every single day. When you see me buy Bitcoin on the low, when you see me add to, I'm buying this, hey, ATH is low now, I'm going to start dollar cost averaging. Nobody made me, maybe I didn't make thousands of dollars last week. Maybe I did, you don't know. But the whole point on that trade. And the thing is, but maybe 7-8 months from now, maybe a year and a half from now, I show you that I 40x that money or I 30x that money. And then if you did the math in 18 months, if you did 30x, that's a 2x a month almost. You know what I mean? Things start to, oh, wow. Oh, okay. So I make money really the slow way in a way sometimes, the patient way, but it pays off over time. And I know the high likelihood that I'm going to get paid. So I really want to push humility into the space. There's too many flashy, fly-by-night people that made a lot of money really fast. And it's cool. There's a lot of 25-year-old multimillionaires in the crypto space that made a lot of money in cryptocurrency really, really early. There's a lot of kids way richer than me. I'm telling you, I'm 41. And like this kid's they're all worth $4 or $5 million, $10 million, right? Yeah. But, we want that newcomer to come into the space to realize it really is about discipline. It really is about self-preservation. It's about mindset. It's like kung fu out here, man. We want trading to turn something that you can use in every aspect of your life. Once you master trading, it should help you master yourself in many other aspects of your life, right? What are your thoughts about JASMY? I've been non-aggressively DCAing in at its lows, but I'm down 3%. Shout out to Peter Gideon. For me, if you're into JASMY, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taken as such. But for me personally, I'm into JASMY, and I'm into JASMY on a long-term hold, man. I'm trading as a video. So much truth to taking 10% when you've got it. You'll never go broke taking profits and not shooting for huge percentage gains. Amen. And you know what you don't get is, this is what I learned. I'm going to teach you another insightful trick. So let's say before I always went at like the 15-minute falling wedge that had to break out big. And if I did it, I'll make $3,000. If not, I'll lose, and every time I got in, and then I got chipped away, let's just say. And it didn't play out. Now instead, I go for the little wins. And then every once in a while, I'll do a little win and it will turn into a huge trade. Like last night, I sold at 2 a.m. Had I went to bed and woke up, I would have made like almost $2,500, right? So fine, I left almost $2,000 on the table. I don't care. I still made a good $500 at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super grateful for what I did have. And you get better at shutting off this feeling that you shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like it doesn't exist anymore. I'm like that. The feeling that I could have made $2,000 is such a low grade, low frequency feeling that doesn't vibe with my frequency. You change your frequency so certain thoughts don't exist anymore. They can't. It's like they don't have the same effect on you they used to have. I used to have these thoughts and it used to push me down. Now I'm just like, nah, doesn't make any sense to me. I live a life of abundance. I know things are going smoothly. I make them go smoothly. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and have a great day tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed tonight and I'm going to fall asleep and be grateful and pray. Hopefully nothing horrible happens in my life. No car accidents, no issues. I'm going to pray to God that my family stays safe today. Every single day you go to bed and not one hair on your children's hair has been touched, you are blessed. People go to bed and they take that for granted. They get upset when the game loses and stuff, but your kids are all healthy. Every night I go to sleep and my kids are healthy, I'm blessed. One night my kid had this nosebleed. We were in the hospital one night. I never thought I'd end up in the hospital that night with my kid, but I did. You see? So now I think about that night whenever a night that I don't end up in the hospital. Blessed. I'll add to that blessing. I'm grateful, right? So much more than money to think about in this life, My wife gave me this quote and she goes, I feel so bad. These people are so broke. All they care about is, all they have is money, Because, the key to life is far more than money. Money is cool, man. I got to give it to you. It is fun to drive an Escalade around on a daily basis. I got to be honest. As a middle class kid who never had anything like that, it's fun, But you remind yourself of how hard you work for it. And it really is it's really a piece of metal, What's really fun is playing in the pool with your kids. What's really fun is having dinner with friends. What's really fun is expressing your love for everyone around you and not being afraid to use the word love. That's fun, you know? You know, love is the strongest frequency. If you can use love, you cannot be denied. And you got to understand that concept, all right? And you got to learn to love yourself too. If you can't love yourself, you can't learn to love others the best. You're not going to be able to love others the best. So we need to learn to love ourselves. We need to learn that we deserve it. You deserve to be rich. You deserve to be wealthy. Everyone here deserves. Everyone here has the chance and deserves to be a billionaire. All right. 97% of you who quit too soon are employed by 2% who never gave up. Keep grinding. Work hard all day, and you'll live a life people dream of living. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Andy, I love you. May God bless you. And that's 100%. 100% right. Either, write down a plan, have a plan, or you're part of someone else's plan. Yes, we are in a simulation. Like Jamie said, we are in a simulation. If you are, you're not in a simulation. So make the best of the simulation then. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is this. Whatever you want to believe. And some things seem weird sometimes. I get it. There's some funny glitches in the Matrix. But all I do know is I woke up this morning and I feel like I'm still me. And, like, I'm going to leave it at that. Like, I don't know anything other than that. I woke up this morning and I still felt like I was the same. I had the same conscious download from last night. So, you get what I mean? Like, I take that as I'm on a consistent, whether it's a simulation or a God-given beautiful thing. I mean, and even if it was God-given through simulation, who knows? But to me, I believe in God, man. And I believe you could have a simulation and still believe in God. Some people don't believe that. You know what I mean? But you never know. I mean, God gave us free will. So what if the human race made simulations and then put us into it? I could go on into that. Some people think it's blasphemy to talk about simulations. And I don't want to get into it too, because then I could get attacked. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't get into it. I personally don't believe we live in a simulation. For me, it's a lot. I believe that God made a beautiful life and I'm part of something, I'm on earth and it's spinning around this, but again, right? I'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. All right. Let's not get into the next, I always feel I need to be in a trade. Is that normal? I mean, it happens a lot as a trader, a full-time trader. I'm always in a trade long-term, short-term. I mean, technically, if you do full-time trading like me, eventually you kind of, but every once in a while, if you're like leverage trading, I personally believe there's a time when you need to just be out of a leverage trade. You got to give, and I think there's times when you need to be able to give yourself 10 hours. And if you can't give yourself 10 hours, you have a problem. Like, you need to identify a lack of discipline when it's really happening. Right? The 1 minute looks like it's going to close the gap to the 200 SMA. It looks like we're going to get this gap closure right here. Right to this VRVP. We're going to have to blast through 65,100. We got a little bit of a reversal here. There was a bullish divvy there. We did reverse. The flag ended up doing its thing. Can we break out is the question here for Bitcoin. Fasting too. I always talk about the fasting. I haven't eaten anything today. Right? I don't eat until about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you stop eating around 7. You might have a little snack at 8 o'clock if you want, but the less snacks you have, the more lean you will look the rest of the days. All right. DXY getting that pump of the 1 hour time frame. Looks like it's going to do some damage, man. Look at this thing. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what's happening to Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance is still inside this rising wedge. Rising wedges break out parabolically. So, we could have 2-3 weeks of just complete chop. And then, boom, September comes and we just, it would make sense that we have a sideways summer, man. I've seen it many times in my life, right? But again, anything could happen. I eat jelly beans and the jelly bean tasted like popcorn. I must be living in it. Yeah. They have jelly bean bubble wrap. The top is only for those who climb. It's a lonely road when you choose it. So never wait to be given roses. Grow your own. Stay focused. Your time is approaching. Kobe Watson. I love that. I'm smashing Chick-fil-A nuggets as we speak. You're funny, man. I heard there's a lot of bad stuff in there. My wife used to eat it. Now she tells me never eat it again. Do you believe in Bitcoin halving? Me, not so much. I believe in me, man. You know. So the Bitcoin dominance goes sideways here. You know, and that could go sideways for, you know. That's what it says it's going to range, and then a parabolic move could come. Now, it could be bearish retest and get a drop. That could be a nice little alt season. So if we see this lose, that's alt season. If we see go sideways, unless we get it wouldn't be alt season if Tether drops and we get like a world calamity or something, but which I hope we don't. Let's take a look at Tether dominance. Tether dominance, you don't want to see it breach that 200 SMA on the daily. If Tether dominance breaches the 200 SMA on the daily and comes on out, right? It's saying, hey, people want to be in Tether more than they want to be in Bitcoin, and that means there's going to be there's a reason. You know, a lot of fear in the market. I'd like this to be more of a bear flag and end up further to the downside here. So that's what we're going to be looking for, but there's no guarantees. You don't want to see Tether dominance break the 200 MA on the daily and get above this level and retest 521. That's going to be a bit of a problem, in my humble opinion. So I'm 17 hours in on my fast, eating at 20. Amen. Shout out to Team Salty One Salty. That's so funny. Team Salty One Salty. Anyway. All right, everybody. Let me jump into the super chat, see what's happening here for the fan funding at 11:18. We have Joe Afio. Joe, I love you. Complacency is the thief of dreams. Amen. We have Peter Gideon. What are your thoughts about JASMY today? I've been non-aggressively DCing. We're going to look at the chart. Andy, who dropped awesome knowledge. He said 97% of people who quit too soon are employed by the 2% of people who never gave up. Keep grinding, work hard daily, and you'll have a life people dream of living. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Amen. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. I'm holding a bag, so I might be influenced by feelings. Does soil look bottomed to you? I never bought soil yet. It is RWA play at very low cap. So it's something that you have to be very wary, very, very careful with. You either believe that thing's going to moon and you kind of stash it away, or it's, it's a beatdown, right? Number one, the chart looks absolutely strange because it has lack of volume. When you have lack of volume, the candlesticks don't look absolutely amazing. Soil did come down to that 786 and then lost it to the 886. I mean, it came right back to its previous support as resistance and lost everything that it had from 382 all the way back down to like a buck. Somehow there's bugs in the top. You can't see them, but they're like microscopic freaking mosquitoes that I can't even see. I feel like one just bit the back of my leg because I'm like, I got a bug bite. Where did I get it? And I'm stationary here during the live, so that's the bugs like to get at me, right? Again, we have the bug screen and everything, but every once in a while you leave a door open, something happens. One or two find their way in. And this house is so big, they could like hide up in the ceiling for days. This is like a museum in here. It's insanity. I was going to do like a crib video where like I show you what's in the fridge and talk about the house. Does anyone want to see that, or is that rude? I thought it'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I always liked that stuff. Like ever since I saw Redman do his like, the MTV Cribs, I was going to do like a version of Cribs or something. Soil, it could be bottomed. I mean, it's at its previous support as resistance. It did come out, remember, at 13 cents. And it's still at 96 cents. It's almost like a steal right now. So if you believe in RWA, I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful buy right there. Right? That would be a good time, yeah. It means you're healthy because the mosquitoes would never suck the blood of a sick person. Amen. I think those are the modified. I was thinking about that right when I said it. I was like, are these the modified? Only if you take us through your sports jacket. I'll take you through it all, man. I'll show you it all. This is where I keep my lemons for my water. Yeah. No CM's bugs in Florida, they bite. You can't even, Well, nobody talks about Binance ending stablecoin trade on Europe. They did that in US a long time ago. Everything has a right to eat. Jamie, you're so funny, man. Let's see what you earn, baby. Bitcoin 1 year ago, 26.6. I told you it'd be over 60K today. You wouldn't have believed me. I think you did tell us, though. We don't have no CMs in Boston. You can see them mostly. No, I know. I've known about no CMs for a long time, man. I've been coming to Florida for 15 years. You guys act like I'm freaking 7 years old, man. How old are you guys telling me about my no CMs? I'm a 41-year-old man. Funny people, man. Pigs are getting fatter while hugs are getting slaughtered. Oh, man. And here are the lemon trees. The official Gem Class podcast. You can check them on CoinGecko. Yeah. 64,900 for Bitcoin. Struggling in this sideways just chop. Just complete chop right now. Look at that. Attempting to break back to the 200 MA. Still young here, 61. I love you, man, unconditionally, even though I don't know you that much. I love you too, bro. I love the human race unconditionally. We're all trying to help each other out. And there's so many good people. If I can see, if I just position myself in a positive realm, I'll attract the positive people. So I've figured out how to circumvent the world to find the best people in the world, right? Make plans like an adult and believe in them like a child. Amen. I like that, Kobe. This guy, Kobe's smart, man. Love you, Lifer, from the OG Lifers. Let's see if I can find this thing. We got them 19K Bitcoin, baby. The day I sell, you coming to Dubai. I love you, brother. Everyone comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a moment, right? I always say that. People come into your life for a moment, a reason, or a season. I was asked on my vacation if I needed the student price to enter a museum. Forever young, baby. I love you, man. Did they give you a lollipop at the dentist? All right. I want to see price action is a little flat right now. That's why I'm being conversationally funny, but can we get back to the upside? And I have a few coins that I do want to talk about and some things to discuss, as much as it is funny today, right? I'll show you what's trending here too. We got Layer 0, Toshi, Prop Base, and ZK Sync. Layer 0 came out. ZK Sync came out with the biggest airdrop in the world. That's why I showed you Layer 0. New coin we may be able to play with. And Prop Base back on the radar. Soil may have bottomed here, says a previous lifer, and it may have. Maybe not a previous, but a real lifer. Previous resistance, we could be bouncing there off of 95. Next level we're looking very closely at is 43. All right. If you believe in RWA, this is going to be one of the lowest cap gems out there that could possibly make some serious money back on the other end. So, been watching the stream 2 years, never joined. I'm a millionaire now. Amen. Trade Bitcoin today, just not on leverage. Awesome. The energy is here, is worth so much. Amen. Thank you. So you're a millionaire and you don't want to join. Why wouldn't you want to join? Jump on in and hang out with other millionaires, man. For $3 a day. Like, show me what's in the fridge, baby. Yeah. Yeah, so we want to see break above this, and then the resistance that we must break back above is 65,000 and 65,100. I want to see this is a double, this is almost a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. It's a triple bottom. Can we break back to the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame? You don't even have to make this trade. If we get above there, that could enter a bigger trade later on today. All right. I think Layer 0 is going to be hot. I think it's an interesting project with a good name, good team. May not be the perfect time to buy yet. You never know. That's just why I'm just speculating on watching it. Shout out to iTrust Capital, everybody. You got to look forward to your future. If you got family and you want to have Bitcoin for them, iTrust Capital is a great way to do it. You can buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver with your IRA. They do sponsor the channel. Link. And hit the QR code to the right there. And man, they even have access to Shiba Inu and other low cap gems and Solana. So I'm just saying, man. And when the ETF can't get access on the weekends and Bitcoin tanks, you can get the lowest prices ever here on iTrust Capital. So it has an edge on the ETF for that generational wealth idea. If that's what you're going for, there's definitely an edge there. I'm a millionaire from watching you, but I'm good on $1,200 a year. Wow, that's crazy. You're a millionaire, but you're good on $1,200 a year. So you're like the cheapest millionaire I ever met in my life. Really, what's up with the lollipop at the dentist? That's like your doctor giving you a used tissue. It's so funny, man. I'm staying in my trade waiting. LimeWire, I gave my computer 15 years ago, but I'm looking at it now. You're funny. Shout out to Jay Smith. You're funny, dude. Oh, my God, man. When we make gains, we take profit. When we're scared, but the lighter way, and the RSI Stokes MACD, game changing. Yeah. Sam, you're the man. Shout out to Crypto Chris Life, man. I know, man. I got to make you guys laugh. You know what I'm saying? The Dusty Hut, I'm staying in my trade waiting. I don't know what trade you're in. Are you in a long or a short? I would be short unless you get back above 65,000. It's bedtime. When is this going to pump? Probably way after your bedtime. So just go to bed, man, and forget about it. Anyway, notice how AI and layers ones recovered pretty well and memes not so much. Yep. It's getting, people, it's people leaving garbage and getting back to utility. That's kind of an obvious idea here, right? So now you're hearing everybody say that. People are going to lose, crypto ran, everyone's talking about utility. It's always been utility. Just retail runs in and makes memes look attractive for a while, but it doesn't take away from the attractiveness of utility. You can bring this that low now and add this level here. I still see Fetch getting back up to $5, man. I don't know about the merger and everything, but if it did stay, $5 Fetch, Keep liquidations away. This is going to be a rocket week. A rocket week. Tomorrow's Friday. You rock like always sharp and clean. Feels like I'm in a hedge fund office, not live on YouTube. Shout out to Trade Wolf 404, man. Thank you. That's the key, man. I want you to feel like you are in a hedge fund office. I mean, we're making money every single day here, and we're managing multi-million-dollar. I'm managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio, so let's go. I don't get into the futures. Even with 500 entry, I can only get like $10 profit. I watch a video. I don't demo trade. All the same result. All hope is welcome. DM me on X. I'm not going to DM. What? It would be so nice if utility drove this market. I know, right? I see Fetch AI making a move. I added ton to my portfolio when it dipped a little bit there. Anything below $7 to me was a good steal for ton. And if ton makes a big dump down somewhere to 460, I will double down on my position. I just feel like ton's something to have, right? And we were talking about ton at $2. We've been talking about ton for a long time, but when it really first came out. But I like Telegram. I've used Telegram. I like to invest in things that I use. So when you invest in ton, it's kind of smart because you're using Telegram a lot, right? I mean, everybody has some access or is using Telegram. That's a parabolic move for ton. I could see it going up to 13, maybe even further up to 15. So I added a ton. I have like $4,000 of it now, USD. All right. Just showing up to the live. We're winning. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. My job definitely doesn't work with the live schedule anymore. Got to change this. It's all right, man. Things will work the way they need to. Will you be doing more 77X? That was nice last night. Greatest trade. Usually I follow your lucky 37X. God bless you, man. Can you look at AERO, please, Sam? Love you. Yeah, AERO back, to 77 cents? But I want to see if ton can hold this key level at 670. You can see 670's key. Why? A lot of resistance right below this level. Let's take a look closely. Resistance. Bounce. If it loses that level, it's going to test 609. If it loses 609, you have to kind of start talking and having a conversation about 550, right? So if you get a bounce here, you're just, that may be your low. So that's why I decided DCAing into this. Every time we kind of came to this channel, I started getting in more into ton. What about the Fetch merge? Everyone's talking about the Fetch merge. Don't stress it. It'll happen when it happens, and then you'll get your merge. Some companies, you just got to keep your money on the exchange, I believe, like Binance, and you'll just end up getting your ASI. Other things you may actually have to, if you have it on a hardware wallet, you're going to have to, find their V2 transfer portal and probably do something like put in one for the other, It's going to be a pain in the butt. Wow, AERO drone all the way back to 77 cents from that beautiful high at 239. We got in at 30 cents, did an 8X. Barely holding. Does it come all the way down to that 786? I believe AERO Jones is going to be a #1 player in the bigger bull run here. And over time, it's going to continue to 309, pull back. I honestly see it getting to $15, but all right. The FET merge is the most intelligent merge I've ever heard of. Listen to Jamie. If they merge, it'll go up to 5 target we had before. Just watch. Fetch AI. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen too, right? There's going to be a time where you can still trade fetch during the mergers. You know, I don't know. It's kind of weird like that. They usually do like, you know. To me, AERO Jones is a beautiful buy right now. But again, you got to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, you can get swamped. If you're going to panic sell the second you're losing. But if it rounds down here, it could get to a low of 47. I can't believe that. Sad when I see coins back down again. But it's a longer play here. Someone asked about JASMY from Lakochi Coker here. JASMY, we love you. And you've been good to us. Beautiful pump to the upside. But wow, even JASMY. The JASMY? Whoa. 2.8? Wow. It's crazy, right? Everything got sold off. It's just so weird to me. Like, who panic sells every coin they own? I didn't even look at my portfolio that day. It was like not even, I didn't even feel the pain. I was so sick and out of it that it couldn't even be into my life. I didn't even really truly notice what happened. Isn't that kind of crazy? That's how out of it I was. So weird. Remember Naka, look from when we talked and you made me buy. Boom, baby, back. Still holding, baby. Naka, baby. Hey, I didn't make you do anything. You bought it, but we were in Naka early. Market makers, Ocean Fetch at AJAX will be 1-to-1 swap to ASI. I don't think AJAX will be 1-to-1. I think Fetch will be. I think AJAX is 0.4-to-1 at the present moment or something like that. And it depends on the pricing, doesn't it? Wow, so JASMY takes a beat down on the daily. Still is holding a hidden bullish divergence, though. So if you took some quick profits at JASMY at 4.4, I mean, wow, that would have been a nice move. Because then JASMY comes all the way back up. But it's retesting. We got into JASMY here in this flag. Beautiful trade. Played out absolutely beautifully. The market was kind of sketch, but I put this out and we nailed it. We've been hitting gains in the trading group. I want to make a point of that. You know, the last 2 weeks of May were really good. Like, it wasn't all bad here, right? I bought Bitcoin and Ondo on the pullback. Shout out to Rave Song Records. Adding to the bags, baby. I love it, man. I love it, man. Everyone's paying attention. Everyone's understanding what's happening in this market. You can be firmly rewarded for your long-term patience and ideas and planning. Why is everyone listening in from? I'm here from Canada. We got people from all around the world, man. Singapore, Canada, Nigeria. I mean, I've seen people from everywhere, almost every continent. Naka. Yeah. JASMY looks like it's retesting. If you see JASMY lose this level, I mean, it could be a bigger pullback, but daily pretty oversold. I would expect a bounce here for JASMY. India, Florida. Turbo and Brett holding strong. Brett is holding pretty nicely. Turks and Caicos, the islands in the house. Wow, that's so cool. People from these Caribbean islands hanging out on the live. That's where it's at. Shout out to the CoinStats app. They reached out to me one day. I said, yeah, I'll look at it. Once I looked at it, I was blown away. Couldn't believe it. Immediately made an account. Then said, I'd like to actually work with you guys. They said, let's make an affiliate link and let's work together. I said, let's do it. 300 wallets, 1,000 DeFi protocols, and 2,000 cryptocurrencies. And they don't sponsor the channel or anything. They throw me a commission if you jump on in and go to CoinStats. So jump into CoinStats today. Find out more. I don't find another place where you can see your whole portfolio in one place. It's awesome. Connect up to 50 portfolios, track up to 100,000 transactions, view in-depth profit and loss analysis, and get AI-powered crypto price predictions. So not only can they look at your portfolio, but they can also do like your profit and loss. Pretty awesome, man. CoinStats. Check them out today. All right. There are 44 merger cryptos right now than the peak. Mergers make a lot of sense. I like that. That makes sense, Jamie. You always put things in really good, like, common sense perspective. I like that about you. You'll say something and my mind will immediately interpret it as like, yeah, like that, like, duh, like. But you always kind of get to the crux of it pretty easily. Just bought 5 coins today on Bitcoin. 64K dip. Let's go. We'll see you in a few years because we won't panic sell. Just do like the lifers, baby. Just DCA lifers, baby. I love you, PS5, Future of Gaming, my man. Welcome to New Lifers Worldwide, baby. ZRO bouncing off 333. Had to take it. It did bounce off 343 there, maybe 333 on MEXC. Let's take a look. Yep, 333. Look at that. And it bounced. And you got it. You nailed it, dude. You're in the money now for 6%, and the 6% in like 7 minutes. That's 1% a minute. Pretty crazy. There's that sell-off, layer 0 sell-off. Insanity. Take a look at my baby ARKM. Coming back to 170. ARKM, baby. No. Losing the accumulation zone, but not losing the 200 SMA. Does ARKM double bottom here? Make a higher low? Hard to tell. A lot of coins are in disarray right now. Just in a bit of a messy situation. Maybe ARKM can get back inside the pattern. Pretty weird. Maybe it's an Adam and Eve double bottom. I don't know. But the daily looks beautiful. That's an accumulation zone for ARKM for me personally. And I had to use this dip to accumulate. I was stacking cash for the last month, but I definitely, the last week, we went down so bad I had to buy a few things. It was what it was. All right. Let's take a look at the total market, total 3. And remember, we went over this every single week and we talked about it. And I kept saying, we got to have to get a bounce here. We're going to have to get a bounce here. I said, it's looking good for the bounce. Once that candle closed below, I said, that's not good, not good, not good. And then we did get the drop to the downside. The symmetrical triangle broke down. Normally, they do break down. I have to be honest. They less likely break up than break down. But it's never all the way up and it's never all the way down. And we've been going down now. We've been trending down on altcoins since June 6th, right? Since really the beginning of June. And we have a full moon coming on the summer solstice, which you think would create a massive pump in some way, shape, or form. It's just kind of like a very spiritual vibe, right? Last night, the moon looked amazing. If you went and looked at it outside, it looked absolutely beautiful. It was so special. What a moment in time to see that moon. All right. Watch for a little Bitcoin play, 30-second. Very tight right now. Do you agree this cycle will pump massively since a lot of big players, institutions open their eyes for crypto? Honestly, I take it one step at a time. But yeah, I have a firm belief that we will get some move. Yeah. What happened to Michael Pa, or was it Jamie? I think it was Jamie the whole time, just using the company funds. He eventually told me that it was just Jamie using company funds. And he was just trying to get me excited on days, you know. So, yeah. It was really just us giving a bunch of money to YouTube. It wasn't. No, I'm just joking. It was not Jamie. I don't know. The guy comes and goes whenever he wants. I don't know. We talked about him yesterday with my wife. You know what? He usually comes, if I stay on till 12:30, he'll show up. I think it's some time different thing. Well, he did get a chance to come on. Maybe he's in some type of government clearance. I don't know what he does, man. So, I mean, that can be, you see, a cup and handle, like a slanted downward cup and handle. We need a bounce here. You cannot lose the 200 SMA on the daily on this. And so far, we did get a double bounce a little bit, but then we got the wick downs. Like today, you got to show me some love here. You lose $600 billion on the altcoins, and you're headed down lower here to $532 billion. This is what's likely going to happen. All right. You get above this level, 624, then you can continue further up to 742 million. All right. Love from India, thank you. Took profits on JASMY at 44, put it into Ondo 2 days ago. That's awesome. Michael Pa is seasonal. He is more active in the spring. So funny. My Space ID just went from my buying out to the daily RSI and just hit my target. Space ID, that's crazy. Probably a special day for the Mayans and the Egyptians. Crazy, most people take it for granted in modern times. I mean, summer solstice with a full moon, that's really special to me. I always look for things like that. That's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I have a massive long order filled at 63.5. Highly recommend growing longevity spinach, aka Green Harmony. It's an anti-AERO superfood. I eat some anytime I think I'm getting sick. Always stops it for me. Thank you for saying that. I never even heard of it. See? Longevity spinach. Green Harmony. Okay. Usually when we talk about Michael Pa, he corrects. We keep saying, say Michael Pa 3 times. Watch. Michael Pa, Michael Pa, Michael Pa. Watch. He'll just show up. Watch. Ready? Still just working through whatever I had in there. Yeah. I'm waiting for my paycheck next week to DC more. Hope the prices will hold at this level. Hello, Sam. Can you check XRP? I don't know, man. XRP right now. My birthday is today, right on the solstice full moon this year. Hope it's my year, man. Well, God bless you, man. Well, tomorrow's the solstice, but God bless you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Did you mention a way recently for US citizens to do KYC with XC? I stopped using it when they implemented. Yes, you can go to rns.id and get yourself an RNS ID. All right. It's traditional in many cultures to buy Annie on blast during the summer solstice. That's so funny, man. Gaming coins have been getting crushed. Eek, ruin a day. Look at that. Yeah. Thanks, man. Avoid all seed oils. Only cook and eat olive oil, avocado, or lard animal fat. Amen, dude. 100%. They're all like, they'll shrink your arteries, man. 100%. Don't use artery. Yeah. I've been DCA on Soul since 151 and back at 200, but never sold. Just DCA, and we wait. Amen. All right, let's take a look. Bitcoin got the breakout to the upside that we were expecting. It's supposed to close this gap to the 200 SMA. That's what's supposed to happen after these moves. We see this many, many times. If we can flip that 200 SMA, we will be in the green. Finally, the flag showing up here after the bullish divvy and getting that short squeeze to the upside. And there's Sammy short squeezing. And again, bang, bang, bang to the upside. Beautiful move there for BTC. All right. How about Bitcoin right now? Is it back up to 65,000? Exactly. Michael Pa on base. That's so funny, man. We do High Street. Such a nasty sell-off. I don't know, man. Everything got sold off pretty nastily. He liked using nut oil in his salads. So funny. He likes using nut oil. I'm just... There's the pump, though. We should close this gap to the 200. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. All right. This is why I held. I hope it. Who's up in the gains right now on this trade? Stayed strong. Stayed strong. I'd be taking my profits on a Thursday. I'll tell you that, though. Especially the closer we get to 12 o'clock, the more likely I am that the market's not just gonna. It's not gonna pay me as well. All right. Do you know how much the Andy airdrop? What type of tokens we'll get? There's no Andy airdrop. Yeah. There's a base airdrop. I mean, a blast airdrop. I believe Blast is dropping its Blast token. Yeah. It has nothing to do with Andy. I think that's why Andy's going to pump, because everyone's going to get all this free Blast. And when you get free tokens, usually you're not that responsible with them. Only a few people actually sell. And most people say, what do I do with this free money? Well, let me multiply it with Andy on Blast. And Andy's the hottest thing since sliced bread that you can use without having to do anything. So I just, And everybody, I bought a coin last night, and I want to kind of talk about how I did it and what I did. And we'll spend some time talking about that right now in the last 10 minutes. I'm giving you as much information as I can to keep your brain going, keep you focused, and keep you disciplined. Watch out for sodium benzoate, a preservative. It reacts to vitamin C to create benzene in the body to cause cancer. Amen. By the way, the Blast founder followed the Andy Twitter account yesterday. It's pretty awesome, man. The Blast and Andy on Blast follows me on Twitter. I found out they like me. Look, what's crazy too? Who I talked to yesterday in my DMs, man, was Mario Narfall. I mean, one of the most famous people on Twitter, bro. And he said, what up to me? He actually follows me. Look, you follow each other. He follows a lot of people, but he has 1.5 million followers, But, he does follow a lot of people, so I'm not like that flabbergasted by it. But I noticed he was following me one day, and he does follow a lot of people in the space. Pretty interesting guy. But we actually talked on DM yesterday, and that's a pretty big deal to me. He's one of the most influential people in the world right now, running the biggest Twitter spaces in the world. Pretty interesting. He's he's a news anchor in a way, right? It's pretty cool how the news is changing, right? Only 7 meme coins you should buy to make millions. Me and Crypto Archie are cool. They're going crazy about DJ.D in the spaces last night. Yeah, that spaces was crazy. Well, they think that Baron Trump created this coin. The DJ, it's at DJ Donald Trump, right? Or it's like, I actually had the right ticker yesterday. Dang it. I hope it didn't. Oh, there it is. Trump coin on Solana. DJT token. This is it. This is the real ticker here. And this is a new coin that supposedly came out. Baron Trump helped create with Martin Shkreli. They discerned it. I listened to the space all night, like for 2 hours last night, and was able to discern it. It seemed pretty legit that that's what happened. But then the Trump team seemed like it may have been not a good look for Baron. Again, I could be spreading a rumor that I don't know for sure. But if you listen to the spaces, that's kind of what was going on. So, talks about this possibly being really a legit coin here. You know, anyway. So, Trump coin on Solana, right? So, just something to think about. That was a big spaces last night. Created a little bit of controversy. All right. Mario was in the space. You know, I was in the space too. That's the whole thing. So, anyway. And there's also a big battle here between Lord Leo and Francis Dunn. Francis has always been like a purveyor of the space. Pretty good dude. I know him pretty well. We work together as well. And he really thinks that like there's some shadiness going on in the Runes community. Do you guys think so too? Is Francis doing a takeover mentally, or is he protecting you? What's happening here? And maybe we'll have Francis on. We'll talk about it. I just want to see what you guys think. Or maybe most of you don't even know what's happening. I don't know. I'd like to find out. Right, MicroStrategy raises $800 million to boost Bitcoin holdings. They buy more Bitcoin, man, and that was the thing of our thing. You know, of our thumbnail today. They buy more Bitcoin, like up to the tune of over $700 million worth of Bitcoin. Pretty crazy to see. All right, I bought a new coin. I bought it with the NAMI wallet. Let's talk about how to make a NAMI wallet. Pretty simple stuff here. Rabby wallet's also pretty good. I would check out Rabby wallet, Rabby.io, the place to be. But here's Tap Tools. And DeFi Llama, I also wanted to show you, DeFi Llama Blast is ahead of base. All right. In TVL, which is pretty interesting to see. Ethereum still holds the biggest TVL. Tron up there too. You have a lot of Tron. And also the Tron tether that's so cheap, it makes it amazing. Hey, Sam, do you know about MX Mixed Mob? Looks like it's dead. I want to see what you think. I knew about it a long time ago. I don't know much about the project. I heard about it. I have a memory of it, but that's about it. 64,920 for Bitcoin. Are we going to close this gap? No, look, we gave it all back, too. That's a Thursday nasty move. That's why I drew this flag, to see if we could draw the flag first. I don't buy into anything that pumps. I wait for it to hit the 21-day moving average cleanly. That didn't do it. It bounced right back. That would have to retest now, right back to the upside. It possibly could be the trade right there with the 1 minute bounce. But this is volatility. They're going after the leverage traders. Be careful, especially with the market close yesterday. It's going to add a little more confusion to the market today here, even though it's cryptocurrency. We're all somewhat correlated. All road, waterways connect at one point, you see? You want to get above this 200 SMA before you open up a really big long or believe in a bigger reversal. All right. If that doesn't happen, expect more downside. We could have just made cat ears here. We could have really made cat ears, and cat ears usually just do a dip and go further to the downside, somewhere here to like 64.5. No guarantees. We can watch this flag on the 1 minute and see if it plays out. Right now, it so far is doing the reversal. But I gave you both scenarios just so you have them. Thank you, TV Edits. Thank you, Jamie. Nah, man, I'm just normal activity. I'm friends with both Leo and Francis, and I can tell you it's just drama. There's always insider trading, but at the end of the day, Leo has made a ton of people a bunch of money. Interesting. Yeah, what are they going after about, though? What's going on? Usually Francis has a pretty good gripe, though. I'm trying to figure out what he, I guess we'll talk about it off camera. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? Stop stressing so much about the future and enjoy the moment. I spent so much time in a state of anxiety, worrying about where I was going, what I was going to do. And I could have just been really enjoying myself. And then, you know, when you're ready to pick up the pieces, for instance, when you're ready to rock, like you can start a multi-million-dollar, you can be literally, you can get out of rehab, get out of jail, and in 5 years, you could have a multi-million-dollar business. It's about when you want to do it, when you truly desire to get it done. My whole point of that is take time then when you're a kid to really enjoy life. You know, I mean, you could start grinding early. I think it's good to grind early and get it all done. But if I had one advice to my past self, is stop stressing so much and live in the moment. Learn to live more in the moment. That would be the key. All right. Sir, I'm in a loss. Please, God. I mean, I don't know how you got into a loss. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what trade you're on. I don't even know what coin you're in. So how could I do that? All right. Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. Shout out to PS5, Future of Gaming, After Hours Investing, Mike Lee, Crypto Bellico, Jamie Zeno, Noni, TV Edits, Cryptonopolis, Ollie Bone, BMM, and Trader Wolf 404. Blessings on everybody here. And we learned a lot today. I hope you learned a lot. I didn't make a live trade today. You guys get pissed when I don't, I guess. I don't know. It's like I have to live trade every day. I made gains already. Don't force me to do things I don't need to do. Life is not a journey or a destination. It's an hourglass. Live each moment to their fullest as those grains of sand fall to oblivion. Exactly. There's no beginning and end. You're in the moment. Learn to live in the moment. That's the true key of this universe. Be happy if you live in the U.S. I moved to Germany, and it's a nightmare to start a business. I'm sorry to hear that. See? Lifer, how much would you recommend you have in the balance before you pay it? Well, some people are losing tons of money, and they're like at their wits' end, and they need education immediately. It depends on the person, man. You know, it depends on how bad you want it. You know, it all depends on the person. That's such an individual question for an individual person. You know, like for each person individually to answer. I can't, individual person. I didn't speak that right, but you know, that's for an individual to make on their own. That's their decision. It's not mine. I'm 15 and stressing about getting rich, but I live in the moment every day. I mean, it's good to have some pressure on yourself to make a move. Otherwise, are you going to make the move? But just take the action into doing it instead of stressing so much, you know? I worried a lot. I spent a lot of time somewhat depressed when I was young and should have been traveling the world. Like, I could have been bumming on my friends' couches and just having a blast, but, you know. And a small gain after the bounce after 64,000. Nice bounce, though. Love you, brother. Love you, lifers. Highest frequency in the group. Amen. Hey, Loish, I think I'm going to grow up big. And the gains, can't say it's bad, though. If you hold spot crypto for more than a year, zero taxes. Amen. I mean, that's nice to pay zero. Like that would be nice. Yeah. I see cat ears here. That's a double top for Bitcoin. Rejection by 65,100. Couldn't get back above that level. Support or resistance is key. And now we can say this whole thing is in a bit of a flag. I mean, that's a flag for Bitcoin, is it not? So grateful for everyone that came to the live stream. Dear Lord, thank you for all the beautiful people that you sent into my live. Thank you so much for all the awesome people here. And thank you so much for the likes. Let's get the likes up to the watches. I would greatly appreciate it. You get 1,000 likes every single time, baby. We had over 1,000 people here, and people coming and going. Probably had 2,000-3,000 people here at one, you know, in all, back and forth. Maybe even more. That's a bear flag to me. If you can't get back above that 200 SMA, expect more downside. I'd wait for that to break above, retest, and then I would long. Other than that, a short is in order. Possibly for a move back down to 64,000. That is a bear flag. I know you had the divergence, but it didn't get you back above the previous resistance. You need to flip 65,100 to remain bullish for Bitcoin. This flag looks like it's headed further to the downside. All right, just be careful. That's my last caution before I end the live stream. Just want you to understand that idea. All right. Maybe going lower. Most alts have obvious bear flag patterns going on right now. Amen. Yeah. That's a bear flag looking like we're going to drop further down to 64,043 for Bitcoin. All right. I can't tell you when it's a good time to DCA. I would be DCA'd into not. I got into TON because you never know what's going to happen to the smaller ecosystem coin. But, you know, obviously more potential for gain, but more potential for risk. It's up to you how you want to handle that situation. All right. Love you too, babe. Everything okay? Yeah. When you're that nice to me, I wonder, like what's going on? Yeah. Oh, wow. All right, everybody. My wife loves me. I look up to your trading style. Now I'm trying hard to stick to the strategy. And now I've been also seeing some gains. I've been following your strategy and incorporating it into mine for over 3 months now. I love it. I'm grateful to be born in Switzerland, country of banks, but most of them have no crypto, zero tax on all crypto, no matter how long you hold. It's so awesome. You're so cool. I've been taking this time to focus on other things outside of the market I have been neglecting. That's a good idea, man. Also got to be wary when wife is being nice. Always got to be wary. You're so funny, man. Shout out to Crypto Billy, making it through it towards the end. We love you, Crypto Billy. You're the best, brother. Hope you enjoy this awesome summer. I know you're with your grandkids, really enjoying, and your kids, and just being the best grandfather you can be. Head of household, man. King of cribs, brother. Man, you're the man, dude. You're the guy with the staff. You're like king, you know, you're the king of the sea, bro. Like, you know. Sam, what made you want to become a trader? Just knowing that they made the most money. And they got to wear like the coolest clothes, and they always had like the pocket squares, and they always got interviewed online, Mike Novogratz, and like, I was like, they're the coolest dudes. Like, they're cooler than the movie stars because they're the ones that buy and fund the movies. You know what I mean? They're the ones that buy and sell the actors, the billionaire guys. They come, fund that Hollywood film. They're the ones behind, man. Like, you see everyone else, like, they don't even need to be seen if they want. They only come out when they want to come out. That's why I wanted to become a trader, bro. I wanted to be a finance guy. And also, like, all the finance guys were so snooty. We work in finance. Man. And like, my dad was an iron worker, and like, I had no business. It's like, I wanted to make more money than they ever thought possible and beat them at their own game, man. You know, I had a chip on my shoulder, a bricklayer's son. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's all about. Like, enough was enough. I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make the money they were making. Sending my family to work my whole life. I wanted to make the money they were making. You know? So, my wife was telling me yesterday how smart I am. I was thinking, what's up? Right? Crickle Wifer wants Starbucks, Target, and Chick-fil-A. You're funny, man. Feast thing, I thought she made a mistake. Yeah. They're funny, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Pickles. Heroes on a hoagie. Sorry, I'm hungry for lunch. You're funny, man. When you DCA, you have no risk. Just stick to the lifer way. No stress. Love and peace and gains. Amen, man. Amen. I mean, there's always risk. You never know. But look, this is a bear flag dropping to the downside. I see a movement down here. You're about to test. It's been dropping since I talked about it. You didn't break the 200 SMA in the 1 minute. It took too long. By now, you should have. There, you should have continued. When you didn't do that and you hit resistance, you had cat ears. 1, 2, cat ears break to the downside. All right. Who here doesn't understand cat ears and trading? I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to leave. One last teaching moment. There's always a moment to teach people. Always a moment to teach. You're never losing when you're teaching. You're never wasting your time when you're teaching someone else something else. You're giving. You're in the act of giving. Giver's gain. Teaching is an act of giving. Right? When you have something that can help someone else and it's mental and you teach them, you're giving. It's an act of giving. But there's the cat ears pattern. There it is right there, triggered to the down. I mean, we have it right now. You can see it here. You can see it on the, it's clear. It's so clear you can see it right there. There's one ear. There's another ear. But that looks like cat ears. It's going to dump down to the target over here. Oh, we get the triple. Look, 1, 2, 3, quadruple bounce now. You never know. Maybe we get the bounce again. That's why I don't even care what happens if we flip the 200. Then I'll listen. I only listen until my system tells me to listen. It's such a beautiful way to trade. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, it's a tougher time. Less people, more people going to the beach, less people on the live. It is what it is, but I push through every single day. I'm here for me, for my consistency. If you want to jump on in with my discipline, jump on in. But I'm going to be doing this for me. And if it turned it into what it turned into, so be it. But I have to do my live stream. It's my discipline, baby. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Stay blessed, stay amazing, stay away from negative people. Keep the positive energy around you. You can, you will, you are the best, baby. Don't let price action get you down. Learn how to make money both ways, in and out. There's always a trade. There's always opportunity. Stop dreaming, take profits, and you got this. We are dropping further to the downside now, as suggested here for Bitcoin. Look for possibly 64,000 coming in the next hour.